watching this. My name is Clarissa Young, and I'm your Fab Motivator. That's F-A-B. I help other women find acceptable balance when it comes to esteem, health, wellness, and prosperity. I'd like to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for liking, for commenting, for sharing this video, and joining me along my journey. If you're looking for me, I'm here every Monday, every Friday, and every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also upload the videos on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, which is Clarissa Young. So please be sure to go and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Saturday, right? On Saturday, we work out in our chair. So make sure you have your chair. Come out and come work out. There is no timer going on in the background today, guys. It is just music. There's no set routine. We're going to dance. We're going to have fun in our chair. We're going to get a good sweat out, and that's going to be that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Do me a favor. Hit the bottom left share button. Be sure to invite some friends onto this live. It's going to be a good one. Good morning. Who do we have here? Good morning, friend. I saw you the first one here. Good morning, Latanya. Good morning, Shanquita. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Sharonda. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Latrice. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Okay. Hope y'all ready. Hope y'all ready. Hope I'm ready, right? Good morning. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Sarah. Come on, guys. Jump on in. No matter if it's snowing where you at, no matter if it's raining where you at, you can work out right from the comfort of your own house. Whether if you're catching us live or the replay, we here, we pumped, and we are ready. Let's get. All right. Warming up.
That's cool on the beat.
Warming up.
That's cool on the beat.
Feel so far. March. Let me bring it down just a little bit. March in your chair. March. Make sure my light 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's cool on the beat.
March. Warming up. Enough love. March. All right. We'll warm up. Y'all ready? Ready? March. At the arms. March. All right. We're gonna get ready to have some jacks to it. Right side, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1. Reach it high. Let's go. Reach it high. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 1, 2 again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's go. 1, 1, right here. March. March. Take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Right here. Tap. 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 Get forward. Tap. Back. Really take those elbows across. Reach. Press forward. All right. Right here. Crunch. Crunch. Touch the knees. Crunch. 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 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and down. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Up and down. Let's go. 1, 1, 1. Few more. Let's go. Few more. Both arms. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. March it out. March. Good job. Good job. How y'all feeling this morning? Left. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing great this morning. All right. Right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Thank you, Keela. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Miss Brenda. Good morning, Courtney. Good morning, Gail. Good morning. Let's go. Right here. Let's go. Pop the floor. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Make the arms burn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Rock
Last song. All right. Come and dance. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job, guys. All right, let me come closer to you. Good morning, good morning. Love the love. Hi, Miss Iva. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. No matter what time of day it is that you're watching this, my name is Clarissa Young and I'm your Fab Motivator. That's F-A-B. I help older women find acceptable balance when it comes to esteem, health, wellness, and prosperity. I'd like to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for liking, for commenting, for sharing this video and joining me along my journey. If you're looking for me, I'm here every Monday, every Friday, and every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I also upload the videos on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, which is Clarissa Young. So please be sure to go and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Clarissa Young. At the end of each video, I like to give a little bit of tips, motivation, and encouragement. So I just want to say good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Continue to be beautiful. Continue to shine. Continue to do you. Continue to give it your all. We have 2 more months left in this month. Whether if you're doing this workout standing or sitting, you are a superstar. You are awesome. Some people make a New Year's resolution. How many months ago was that? 10, 11 months ago, and they have dropped off the planet of fitness, right? But you are still here. Whether if you dropped it off and you're picking it back up. Good morning, Lisa. I see you, sis. Whether if you dropped it off or you picked it back up, or whether if you've been on it consistently, or whether if you've been wavering a little bit, you are still here. That's the most important thing. We all know the race with the bunny and the Taurus, right? We all know it, right? The bunny. He was running and he stopped, right? The tortoise, he was moving slow. Oh, he was moving slow. That scale wouldn't hardly move. Some months we was eating good and some months we wasn't, but we was like, okay, I'm gonna stay in this game. I'm gonna stay in this game. I'm gonna stay in this game. And we know at the end, though the bunny took a while, he was consistent. He kept going. Though the scale wasn't moving every day, he kept going. Though he didn't feel like it, though he saw the bunny pass him up, the bunny did everything, he kept going. You, my sisters, have to do the same thing. We have to do the same thing. No matter what, continue to push, continue to fight. Don't look at the others around you to determine your success. I know that's one of the hardest things to do. Is to look at others around you and they're like, I dropped 5 pounds, I dropped 10 pounds. And you like, what are you doing? Because I've been stuck. Know that your body is your body and everybody's body is different, and just continue to push, continue to be you, continue to give it your all, continue to go day by day. Day by day, and you will get to your goals eventually. Stay prayed up. I love you all so much. It's Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a great week. Thank you so much, Lisa. Like, guys, I did my video. I've been doing my skincare. Like, it feels so, like, I've always been told I have a pretty face, right? But the whole pretty skin, like, this whole thing is new to me. So, like, sometimes I don't even know how to accept the compliment because it's new to me. I've been taking our skincare products, and glory to God, they're getting better. And so, I know that wasn't no fun, right? I would do videos and I would be worried about, or I take a picture and I make sure I cover up that big bump that I had right here, because I used to break out a lot right up here in this area, or in my cheeks. You see where I still have a few dark spots from where bumps were, and I would squeeze them and bump them. Anywho, that's not what we're here for. But thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you. And I love you too, sis. And guys, just continue to enjoy your day. Continue to be you. Continue to push. Continue to pray. And continue to give it your all. We are November 2nd. First of all, let me give a quick shout out, okay? And I'm going to get up off of here. Yesterday was me and hubby's anniversary, and I don't think either one of us put a post. I didn't go on his Facebook page. I don't think he put up a post either. I don't think either one of us put up a post, but he don't really celebrate this anniversary. This anniversary is the anniversary of when we got together. First of all, let me tell y'all, we had got together and then we had separated. What's meant to be, God will put back together, right? We had gotten together and we was together for like 2 months, and And I'll share. I'll tell y'all the tea. Y'all want the tea? Y'all want the tea while we separated and got back together? I'll tell you the tea. And so when me and my husband got in together, he, as you guys know or may not know, but we have a blended family, right? And so when me and him got in together, his baby, he had a baby, and the baby was like 6 months old, and supposedly him and the baby's mama were not together, had not been together for months and so forth. But it seemed like he had a hard time between being the father role for that baby and then being too nice. And I'm like, listen, I don't want to compete for nobody's love. And so if that's where you want to be, then you go ahead and that's where you be at. Because at the end of the day, a new girlfriend and a new baby, like, I'm not about to compete. There's not even room to compete, right? And so we was together for like 2 months. And I was like, go ahead, just go. I cut it off. Go ahead. But even after that, like, we spoke on the phone to each other every day. And it's just like we separated. It was like 2 months that we was apart. Like, but we still spoke on the phone every day and so forth. And so we got back together on November 1st. We got back together on November 1st. It was a Halloween party that brought us together, and we made it official that we was back together on November 1st. So this November 1st made 7 years that we've been together straight. Just him and I straight for 7 years. Me and hubby, this one man, me and him, this one woman, me and him for 7 years we've been together. Now he like, after you get together and you get married, they said that other anniversary don't count. I'm like, that other anniversary count because we've been together for 7 years. Now we've been married for 4.5 years. May 7th to make 5 years married. So I'm like, no, I need those other years. Those years counted. So, but yes, we've been together happily with our little blended family. Everybody's doing good. Everybody, all parties, everybody gets along. So God is good. God is good. We got our ups and downs, right? But for the most part, everything is good and God is good. And so we are celebrating 7 years. 7 years. We made it 7 years. It's so funny because when we first got together, like, sometimes I sit back and I ask him, I'm like, if I'm gonna really be real, like, I tell y'all that I suffered with the low self-esteem, and I really did suffer with the low self-esteem. And when I sit back and I go back and I look at pictures, I'm like, wow, I was really big. I was 515 pounds. I was like, babe, like, I'm surprised that you gave me a chance. You know, I'm surprised that you looked at me and you saw something different. Because remember, not only was I 515 pounds, but I was 515 pounds and not immobile, but couldn't do as much. And this was a man that liked to get up and go, the life of the party, that's dancing at all the parties. Like, I remember when we were first to get together, we'll dance, and I'm winded 30 seconds into the song, and so I would tell him, go dance with somebody else. It's okay. Go dance. Now I bet not see nobody dance with him. But that's how it was though. But I sit back and I'm like, you know, I'm grateful because I remember looking at some women that was smaller and I'm like, I don't understand why they pulling up with the foolishness because they're so beautiful. But yet I was in some foolish relationships, but I felt like this. I didn't really, it's hard to put it in words. Like, I felt like that was the cream of my crop, but I was in love. So I'm like, I felt like I could maybe, like, I knew that I could do better. I knew that I deserved better, but I didn't think better would be interested in me. I guess that's the way to put it. Like, I knew that I was smart enough, that I was pretty enough to deserve better, but better didn't want to put up with the 515 pounds. Better didn't want to put up with the immobility. Better didn't want to put up with the anxiety and the depression. And it was so far from the truth. It was so far from the truth. I have a husband that loves me dearly, and sometimes I am a spoiled so-and-so, and I have to go back and I have to tell my husband, I love you, babe, for all that you do. And we was watching a Harriet movie yesterday, and I'm gonna get up off of here because y'all know I can talk forever. we was watching the Harriet movie, and in the movie, no, I'm not gonna tell it. I'm not gonna tell it because somebody might want to go see it. Y'all was about to kill me. I was about to spill it. But let me say this: Harriet has some very strong characteristics about herself. But sometimes women, we cannot be too strong for the man. The man is the head. The man is the head and we are the neck. They are to lead and we are to follow. And sometimes as strong Black women, we get the roles reversed, right? We want to step in and we want to be in control of everything, right? And things got to go our way, and we going to tell our husband how to be the husband. And I saw some stuff from that movie, and I'm like, Clarissa, you need to take it back a step. You need to trust your man of God that you have in your life, and you pray for him. You go and you pray for him in the areas where you find that he's weak, and the areas that you find that he's low. That's not where you nag. The Bible says to have a nagging wife is just as bad as having a faucet that's just drip, 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 dripping. Nobody wants to be with a nagging wife, right? And so instead of you going and nagging at those things, which when you nag, they don't listen anyway. So instead of you going and nagging and arguing with him, that's when you go and you pray to God. Lord, help us to be able to communicate better. Lord, help us to be in agreement. Every time that we step in the car and we drive, we know in order to drive in one direction, we must be in agreement and must be on the same chord. So Lord, I pray that when we get inside this car, that it signifies us being into agreement and walking together in agreement with one another. Lord, I pray that every time we step our head and we rest our head upon this bed, that this bed signifies us loving and communicating with each other. And you just pray different things over your relationship and pray. I remember, and I'm going to get up off of here, I remember I used to say, before I met my husband, I used to say, Lord, I want a husband that believes in God, but don't send me the preacher. Like, Lord, don't send me the preacher. Like, I don't want the one that's holier than thou. And but now that I'm growing spiritually, I'm like, Lord, I want a praying man. I want a man that fears God, that believes in God, that leads his house strongly. And it's just so funny because, you know, my pastor, the Dream Center, if you're looking for a church in Broward County, I'm telling you, I grow so much. My pastor, she taught us how to be a wife, and to pray for your husband and not to nag your husband. My husband, it went from, like I told y'all, when I decided to start, because we was in a club and doing all this stuff, right? I was a little bit more loose than he was though. But when, especially after I started dropping weight, y'all, you couldn't tell me nothing. But I was pulling back from the club and husband was still going to the club. And I'm like, Lord, I'm ready now for this God-fearing man. I'm ready for him. And husband wasn't ready to be there. But pastor said, pray. Just pray for your husband. My husband is now on the usher board. He serves inside the church on the usher board. He makes sure he goes to church every Sunday and then go to work afterwards on Sundays. He might be moving slow, and I'm like, you want to stay home? He's like, no, let's go. Let's go. So we don't miss a Sunday because one of us is going to be, let's go. You know, prays together with me at night, speaks in the spirit, like complete change. And I believe it's through prayer and through believing in God. All right, y'all. This has turned into a whole, I done gave y'all all the tea this morning. Love you all so much. If you don't take anything from that, just know that whatever it is that you vision, whatever it is that you want, continue to pray on it, continue to believe in it, and it will come. It will come. So be careful what you say out your mouth, because life and death lies in the power of the tongue. And so you're either going to speak greatness into your life, or you're going to speak lack in your life. I'm not pretty. I eat too bad. My skin is this. You have to speak the opposite. You have to speak the opposite, because anything is possible. Anything is possible. And, you know, I look back over my life and I'm like, Lord, how is this once 515 pounds girl who had a hard time showering in a shower? had a hard time reaching her whole parts and showering the shower, is up motivating and working out and exercising. You know, Lord, how is this girl that was afraid to look in a full-size mirror able to tell other women to love themselves? How is this girl that was ashamed to wear shirts that didn't have sleeves able to tell other people to love themselves? How is the girl that thought that she wasn't worthy enough to have a man that was going to love her and respect her and treat her right able to say, hold on, because your Prince Charming is around the corner? You know, God is awesome. He is awesome. He is awesome. Continue to pray and continue to believe and speak it into your life. Whatever you want to see, speak it into your life, and it is doable. Okay, guys? I love you all so much. Love you all so much. I promise to go back and read the comments, okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.